Hi. So I'm pretty bored, so I figured I'd film myself cooking this weekend. So I got some chicken here, and that's some meat. That's potatoes. I need pepper, what are the garlic salt, and that's it. I'm not a chef, but I'm gonna cook for the week. So we'll see. All right, so I got some Lawry's seasoned salt on there, and put in some pepper. I'm not a vegetarian, so if you guys are watching this, or if anybody watches this and says bad things, sorry. But so put the meat down. I got some chicken, so that's gonna go on next. Season the chicken a little different. All right, some chicken there. I put some pepper and cumin. I really like pepper, so there it is. So there's some chicken. That's gonna go right on the grill. All right, so that's coming along nicely. This fucking shadow. Here you go. So I got both meat and chicken down. I don't. Should probably say that I don't pretend to be a chef, a professional chef, or a professional griller. I'm just filming myself cook my food. You may notice that I'm cooking outside. I don't actually have a kitchen. I do all my cooking outside. I'm an outdoors cooker. So yeah, but it look good. Cut up some pieces there. I'm gonna eat those right now. Those are like my test pieces, but looking okay so far. So I'm doing the chicken a little different. I put soy sauce on the one that's inside. I'm gonna put it down right now. That has Lawry's seasoning. That has pepper. I'm gonna see how different they taste. Cut them up and eat those for lunch. So gotta do this one-handed, but there you go. Cut this up a little bit here. Yep. So the chicken always takes longer to cook, so I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling these potatoes. I'm gonna make diced potatoes with pepper. Again, here more pepper. I love pepper. And I'm also gonna make some mashed potatoes, just a little bit. So, all right, finished peeling the potatoes. They are 5 potatoes, so it's gonna be a small batch of mashed potatoes and some cut up sliced potatoes. It's coming along. It's just getting a little hot. That's the downsides of cooking outside, is that it's fucking hot. So here we go. All right, potatoes are cut up. You may notice that I got some smaller pieces here and some bigger pieces here. The bigger pieces I'll use for the mashed potatoes. The smaller pieces are used for just the cut up onions, the peppered onions. I don't know if there's a name for it, but whatever. So I'm gonna check on the chicken. Chicken should be ready, and then I'll put the pots and pans in there and start. I'd say the chicken's ready. It's just a little burned, but that's okay. I like it a little burned. I don't want to undercook it, so I rather overcook it. And I think it looks more burned because the grill might be a little dirty from the meat. But onto the potatoes. All right. So I put all the potatoes in this motherfucker right here. Now I'll put it in the grill. And then I'm gonna put some boiling water. I'll put salt and garlic salt in that, and that's about maybe 3 potatoes cut up. That's a small fucking thing, and then the rest of them are in here. These are gonna be for the just the grilled potato. Boiling water in that, all the way to the top. Brilliant. And then I'm gonna cover it up. All right, so that's been there for about, I don't know, fucking 40 minutes. It's the kind of the bad thing about cooking outside is the wind keeps blowing out the flame, so you have to keep turning it on. But so while that's there, that's almost ready. I'd say it's got about maybe 5 more minutes to go. I'm gonna start on these fucking potatoes. I'm gonna take, actually no, I'm not. I'm gonna finish this up. So I'm gonna take some butter here, a lot of fucking butter. Okay. Sorry, I'm one-handed here. Okay. Then I'm gonna take. I use whole milk because I'm an asshole. Fuck whatever. You'll notice I don't measure. Just throw it all in there. Okay, that's probably fine. Maybe a little more. Okay. Put that back in the fridge and I'll start mixing that bitch up. So I'm gonna mix this up. It's butter and milk basically. What I should have done, I should let the butter melt before I put the milk in there, but whatever, that's fine. It's all gonna, but he's still gonna eat it anyway. So I'm gonna mix that up. I might actually put more milk in that, if I'm honest. So I'm gonna let that simmer for a bit, and then I'm gonna eventually add it to the mashed potato. All right, so I've got the potato still boiling. I got the milk and butter mixture. Once I drain that of water, I'm obviously gonna add that in there and start mashing that shit up. I don't have a masher, and I didn't buy one because I forgot to, so I'll probably end up using a fork. So whatever. It's coming along. It just takes a long time, but it's for the week, so fuck it. All right, so we've drained the water on this thing. Should be pretty easy to smash. So unfortunately, as I mentioned before, my dumbass forgot to buy a potato masher, so I have to do this with a fork, so I'll be a while. All right, so you can see I already kind of started to smash it, so I'm going to start adding the milk mixture at this point, but I am going to pour the whole thing in and I'll need both hands. So all right, now it's in. I really should have got a fucking smasher, but now I'm just going to smash this up. In retrospect, I probably put a little too much milk, but that's okay. I'm still going to eat this shit. It's all good. Alright, so as far as these go, I'm going to use the same pan as I used for the milk and butter mixture. I put some oil in that. I just use regular vegetable oil, or you can use whatever oil you want. I'm just going to throw these fuckers right in here. Sauce. But I'm doing it one-handed, so hopefully I don't spill it. Alright, now that these are down, more pepper. I put a lot of fucking pepper in this. That's the whole point. This is a pepper dish. It's basically pepper with a hint of potatoes in it. So I get a little crazy. I go through pepper more than I go through underwear. So there's pepper on that bitch. It's all good. A little oil, leftover milk and butter on that thing. That might not make any sense, but whatever. Alright, so that's gonna cook there for a little bit. Simmer there for a little bit. Might take a long time. I cut them into small pieces so they can cook faster, considering I cook outside and then the flame is not as hot as a typical stove, which I don't have. So that'll probably be there for another 45 minutes, just cooking. Potatoes take a long time to cook, so I'll probably end up taking a nap and maybe eating a piece of meat while I wait, but almost there. Alright, finally got these things smashed. It was a fucking pain in the ass because I had to use a fork. My hand hurts. I should have got a damn potato smasher, but I had to smash each individual piece, it felt like. And that took both hands, so I couldn't really film it. But while I was doing that, I added more butter, some more salt. I didn't add as much milk because it was creamy enough. But more butter, a lot more butter, a lot more salt as I was mixing it, so I can get a good good flavor here. So looking okay. It's a little chunky. Again, I didn't have a smasher, but it'll do. It's pretty good. It should last me a while. Potatoes don't usually last a long time, so I'm gonna be eating a lot of potatoes next week, but that's okay. It's a good side dish, and I have meat. Time to see how these fuckers are doing. You can hear a nice sizzle. I'm liking that. That's really good. Doing it on the oil there. So still a ways to go on these things, but it's coming out nice. So again, these are just peppered potatoes. I'm gonna put a little salt in it in a bit. Alright, so mashed potatoes are done, I think. That's alright. I wish I had a smasher. I think I would have done better. I could have used a little more butter, to be honest, but whatever. I'm not a pro. I'm a beginner. I'm learning how to cook, so it's not bad. I'm gonna cut up the meat here. It should be known that I did wash the cutting board. I don't have another one. I don't know if you could tell by the way I'm cooking, but I'm pretty fucking poor, so I don't have a whole lot of luxuries. But so each piece of chicken is 3 meals, right? And then each piece of meat, you cut that up into 4. So cut each one in half, and that's each one is 4 meals. So I get a total of 2, 4, 7 meals. So that's 7 lunches, or 5 lunches and 2 dinners, plus with the mashed potatoes. And this is almost ready. Maybe not almost ready, but plus with these potatoes, pretty simple. I'm a simple guy, so it's basically meat and potatoes. I'm gonna try my hand in rice next, but I don't. You know, this is gonna be it for now. So I'm gonna cut this up, put them in some containers, and that's gonna be my meal prep and lunch for the week. Some dinner also. We'll go from there. So if you sat through this whole thing and watched the whole thing, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching me cook, even though I'm sure you have other better things to do. But a lot of fun. Thanks. I'll see you around. I forgot to mention again, I'm not a professional cook. I'm a beginner. I'm learning how to do it. So if anybody watches this and sees that I'm doing anything wrong, I'm not trying to show anybody how to cook. I just, but feel free to tell me, hey, don't do that, or do this instead. I'm good with either one. So I'm good with constructive criticism. See you around.